Yo, yo! What's going on, fellas? Friday. That's right, it's Friday, baby. We got the weekend. Hopefully, you guys are fired up, feeling the energy, feeling the vibes. And thank you guys for kicking off another morning with it here. We get to talk our sports and talk our sports betting as well. We'll, of course, make sure we recap yesterday. And then we've got full MLB preview we've got to go ahead and do. Followed by that, between the posts, Matt will join us. Last match day in the Premier League. And there's a few things up for grabs, right? There's a title up for grabs. There's some European places up for grabs. And, of course, we'll preview all 10 games and give you bets along the way on between the posts just after the MLB preview. All right, with that being said, let's dive on into the recap. Throwing that up there from yesterday. We're going to go ahead and ring the cash register after a 6-3 day and plus 2.38 units. I love to see that right there. Getting back on the week now. Obviously, you can see positive on the week. Good amount of arbitrage money to go ahead and use at our disposal. Already tweeted out a play. And then a good bounce back there by the MLB. Up over 12 units now on the MLB. We did get tripped up in Leeds versus Norwich. Under 3.5 goals. Leeds scores 4 goals on their own. Wins the game 4-0. Oh, man. Ellen Road was rocking on that one right there. They've secured themselves a final now in Wembley to see who can get promoted up in the Premier League. So congratulations to Leeds for being one step closer. Then we roll it on the MLB, and we're feeling it. Sometimes it can be a little bit dangerous, double dipping in the same game, but we were feeling it yesterday. Twins, Yankees. Did you do DraftKings up early 2 promo? That's good cash right there. Did you also do Clark Schmidt over 15.5 outs? He cruised as he went 8 strong. The 2 official plays, though, did cash as well. Joe Ryan under 17.5 outs. Just tip of your hat to Gleyber Torres right there in the 5th or the 6th inning. He had gotten 1 out. Gleyber Torres hits a double, and with 2 left-handers up, that was all she wrote about Joe Ryan. Pretty lucky right there. If it's a single, I think he probably goes to him. In terms of like leaving Joe Ryan out there, just we talked about his game log, over 100 pitches. Had a good outing. I mean, really only gave up the 1 run. It was I don't know how they didn't rule that an error in the first inning, but yeah, good hit there by Gleyber Torres, getting in that double and knocking out Joe Ryan. And of course, the Yankees F5 team total over 2.5. Of course, that cash in the first inning. What the hell was that number at 1.54? Oh, shit. Comical that number is at 1.5. So good cash right there. Then we went 3-0. One better in Twins and Yankees. Went 3-0 there in Phillies and Mets. Tylan Walker under 4.5 Ks very easily. Quintana under 16.5 outs. Very fucking sweaty. And Phillies Mets over 8. Very effing sweaty, as that took a 9th inning rally in the bottom half of the 9th inning against Edwin Diaz to tie the game, send it to extras, and give us a good cash and a 3-0 sweep in that game. 1-1 in Pirates and Cubs. Steele got 7 strikeouts instead of staying under 5.5, but the over hit nice and easy in a 5-4 game, so you love to see that right there. That's now 7 straight games head-to-head at Wrigley. The over has hit. We got a 7.5 juice to the under, so even money for the over. Are you taking a stab at that over? I guess we'll talk about it here on the rapid fire. And then Javier, he went, 6 innings, only gave up 2 hits. Just a good little outing by him, so that one loses. But it doesn't dampen the day. Still a fantastic day at plus 2.38 units. Love to see that right there. All right, good. I hope you guys are fired up like I am. My foot is starting to feel a little bit better. I think the ice and the ibuprofen is really starting to settle in and help. Hopefully by Sunday, if I'm being realistic, I'll be walking around relatively. It's actually starting to hurt my calf. You guys know how you talk about injuries with athletes, like then they hurt something else because they're overcompensating it. Well, I'm walking with my foot sideways to not put pressure on my toes when you walk and you come like this. So I'm walking like this with the right kicked out. So now my calf is starting to hurt. I guess I'm using like a calf muscle that you just don't use in that manner on any regularity. So now my calf is starting to hurt. So damn, I really need my toes getting better. So my toes feel better to get my calf back in line. So damn, getting 40 years old is a bitch, fellas. So hope you guys are doing well. Let's head on into this comment section. And then again, we've got a full MLB preview yesterday. Early win, baby. Got one today for you kicked up, Ryan. Yankees took care of it nice and easy. First inning, shit. You can go out and get lunch nice and early that day. Love to see that. Kind of like the Angels today for the early win at plus 142. Yeah, you already know I'm on the over 9. Texas doesn't struggle versus left-handers, though. So, Rays actually hit left-handers better than the Angels, to be fair. So not quite a true statement in that full sentence, but I think it could be a good early 2 candidate. I think there's a couple better ones out there, but In a game in which I've got the over, I'm on the full game over 9. It's on the card. Can't fully disagree. You also got Diamondbacks plus 120 versus Screwball. Yep, we know how they rake versus left-handers. Tigers are actually decent versus right-handers, though, and Ryan Nelson's kind of dog shit, so could be a little tough one right there. Appreciate that, Francisco. I think there's some other good bet ones other than Diamondbacks as well. Morning, Taylor. Happy Friday back to you, man. Feeling the vibes. Feeling the vibes. Getting ready to cut some grass. I love the smell of fresh cut grass, Brian. Love it. Here in the cash reserve. That's right. And what's going on, man? You're new to the channel. What do we think about the over on Pirates Cubs? We'll talk about that on Rapid Fire, but as you can see on that recap, that was one of our overs yesterday. I wouldn't be scared to do it today, and it's at even money. Again, 7 straight overs in that head-to-head at Wrigley have gone over. So I like it. I like it. It's a repeat pitching matchup for Paul Skeens. We'll see what his stuff is really like, if he can navigate the same lineup twice within a 5-day span. But no, I like the over because the bullpens are dog shit. Again, that's the reason why I was on the card yesterday. So, yeah, I like the over again today. Certainly wouldn't bet the under, tell you that. So it'd be the over or nothing. Over or nothing. All right, good. You guys are bringing the energy, bringing the vibes, bringing the questions. Keep them rolling. We'll hop on into payoff pitch, and then we'll circle back and catch some more questions. Let's get it, boys. Yo, what's going on, boys? Welcome into the daily preview. Every single day, we'll preview all 15 games. Some games we'll do a little bit more in depth, but have no fear. If there's a game that you're interested in, but maybe I haven't talked about it, at the end of the show, we'll do what we call rapid fire. We'll go through every single game, talk about it from a money line, run line, over-under perspective. Maybe if there's a prop that just glaringly sticks out, I'll throw that out as well. So every single game will be talked about. We've got a menu there on the left-hand side that'll guide you through today's show. We'll give you pitching props and hitting props and nerfy of the day. What's the best bet of the day? I got you covered in coming to a stretch. Let's go ahead and kick it off there. Quick innings, or quick hits. Call that the first inning, quick hits. What's the thought of the day? It's just fucking Friday, boys. Like Friday vibes, full MLB slate coming off a good day yesterday, up a couple units. Friday vibes. Let's go, boys. It's going to be 75 degrees in Chicago today. The Ritz is popping. I have to drive by the Ritz to get home on my way from dropping the kids off from school, and there's a bevy of Pirates fans out there ready to greet the team, and probably some non-Pirates fans out there to greet the team because Paul Skeens is obviously in action today and going to board that bus sometime. So a lot of vibes, a lot of energy in today. We're going to roll that on into the show. We're kicking it off here on the second inning around the bases. Let's take a couple of games and break them down. And I'm going to kick it off this show and go right to Reds-Dodgers. Tried to get you off Dodgers money line yesterday. Hopefully I was successful in getting you off Dodgers money line yesterday, and you joined me on the run line, and you sprinkled the money line with me. I'm going to back the Reds again today, and I'm going to do it from an F5 team total perspective at over 1.5 runs at minus 115. Paxton, 7 starts. 3 of his 7 starts, he's allowed the opponent to go ahead and cash this. But what I'm also seeing from James Paxton is a decline in stuff. His K per 9 this year is at 5.2. If you look at his previous 6 seasons before this year, his lowest K per 9 was 9.5. And now it's down to 5.2. His stuff has diminished so far this season. He's not missing him any bats. Guys are hitting the ball. His opponent's batting average is obviously up because of that as well. And you look at this Reds team, they come in really right now a top 5 offense versus left-handers, hitting 289, slugging 386 with a 781 OPS. Weighted runs created well above league average at 126. And then they do 2 things really well that'll play into this. They walk a lot of guys at 11.9%, and they don't strike out a lot of guys at 18.7%. So you're getting the whole gambit. Great, eye discipline at the plate, great batting average, power, weighted runs. It's all there to go ahead and hit 2 runs through the first 5 innings. And yesterday they obviously got it done in the first inning against Glasnow. So look for the Reds to keep it going. We'll get to it in rapid fire, but it's going to be the same thing as yesterday. All I can do is try my best to talk you off of Dodgers money line again, because other than bullpen advantages, which are tight, they're not big bullpen advantage, and they don't hit right-handers well at all. You saw it yesterday with Nick Martinez. They get 1 hit off him in 5 innings. This notion that Dodgers can't have a couple bad games in a row, I don't know why people believe that shit. Even the good teams scuffle throughout the season. So I'll be on the Reds F5 team total official bet. Be leery backing those Dodgers again today. Let's also talk about the Red Sox and the Cardinals. I'm going to do the Cardinals F5 money line plus 106. Kyle Gibson's on the mound. What is his name? Brian Bello, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. You look at the stats, it's pretty even. WHIP is like basically even. ERA's damn near neck and neck. Hell, even the opponent's batting average, I'm going off the top of my head, I think one was 207, the other one was 221. Like everything between Kyle Gibson and Bello is damn near even. What you're getting in this F5 money line, A, you're getting the option to push. B, you're getting that plus money. And you're really buying the hitting advantages. And you say buying it, but they're not asking you to pay any juice. So from a price standpoint, you're not buying it. But what you're getting is the offensive advantages. One team hits 285. The other one's 212. One slugs 466. One's 385. One's OPS is 873. The other's 664. One's weighted runs created is 145 versus 82. And one walks at 12.1 versus 7%. So I'm getting massive hitting advantages in this game. Starting pitching is dead ass even, I would call it, from a stats perspective. Bullpen, you don't want to go up against this Red Sox bullpen right now. One's about top 3, the other one's about league average. So why would I put my money where I no longer have advantages? We're not that dumb on this show. We back off full game money lines and we pivot to the F5 money line at plus money. Cardinals F5 money line plus 106 will be the play. Let's shut up and pitch. That's what we like to do here in the third inning. We'll give out some pitching props. Nestor Cortez got a great cash in his last start against the Rays. Let's go under 6.5 Ks. Under 6.5 Ks. How about 9 starts? He stayed under in 7 of his 9 starts. And the the White Sox are running a K percentage right now of 11.5. Now, they're not too productive, but they're not striking out. And that's all I'm care about for this prop is under 6.5 Ks. I actually don't have the juice because it's a lean, so I didn't write it down. But I put it in a free roll. It's like minus 115 for under 6.5 Ks. I really like it. Again, under 7-9, White Sox just not striking out. Not really doing a great job hitting the ball, but they're not striking out, so I like that. Ryan Felder did make the card at plus 108. He's for under 4.5 Ks over on FanDuel. He's had 8 starts, whereas he stayed under in 6 of his 8 starts. And the Giants run a K percentage of 18.7. Again, new to the program, we look for unders at under 20% is what we're looking for from a K percentage. Weighted runs created is about league average at 103, and that's in line with their slugging numbers and batting average as well. So about an average offense, but really good from the discipline, avoiding the strikeouts. 6 of 8's the hit rate. You're giving it to you at plus money. Got to take that one again. So I'll take Ryan Feltner of the Rockies under 4.5 Ks. Fourth inning, we call it long shot. I'd like to find you a dog today of the board. And while we were hanging out on Twitter Live, I think we settled on the Mariners are going to go ahead and be our best long shot. Fantastic hitting advantages. Obviously, the Orioles, there's only 2 teams right now hitting below the Mendoza line, and the Orioles are one of them. And Bryce Miller, WHIP's under 1, ERA's 2.6, great opponent's batting average. So those numbers all look great. They are going up against John Means as this Mariners offense, but significantly better numbers. That being said, they strike out a ton. Remember, they've been basically striking out all year. Then they had that lull. They're right back to striking out a ton at 27.9%. So if you want to look at John Means, over 4.5 strikeouts, really like that. 264 is their batting average, slugging 509 though, so a hell of a lot of power. 843 OPS comes along with that in a weighted runs created of 144. You don't really get bullpen advantages, to be honest, but we're talking underdog, so you're not going to get every single advantage. But I do think you get the starting pitching advantage with Bryce Miller over John Means. With the way Miller's been pitching, you for sure as hell are getting some hitting advantages with the Orioles full-on struggling and the Mariners more than decent, sitting in the top 5, top 10 across the board versus left-handed pitching. Just got to make it up from the bullpen. I think they can do that. Mariners are your long shot. I would also use the Mariners as my early 2 candidate if you're interested in doing that. I think there could be a better one, maybe better on later on in the show, but Mariners were one of my 2 pick. I like the Mariners for the early 2 promo. Obviously, they're the away team. You get a little plus money attached to that as well, so I like that as well. Mariners will be your dog today. Mariners, dog of the day. 5th inning. Keep swinging. Like to give out some hitting props to go along with those pitching props you do every day. And sometimes you guys bag on me for not giving you guys that you know. So here's some guys that I think you guys have heard of. Shohei Ohtani. You ever heard of him? You ever heard of Shohei Ohtani? Okay, now he's 9 for 24 up against Frankie Montas with 4 home runs. Dodgers are slumping. You get the lefty on righty matchup. Perhaps there's a nice spot for Ohtani to kind of break out of his slumping. Or he's actually been bombing, but team overall slumping. 9 for 24 against Montas. What about Rafael Devers, you ever heard of him? He's 8 for 18 up against Kyle Gibson, 2 doubles and only 2 strikeouts, so you like that. Connor Joe of the Pittsburgh Pirates, he's 6 for 12 up against Hendricks, so a nice 500 batting average. And Corey Seager, friend of the program, 9 for 23 against Tyler Anderson. He's got a triple and home run. So there are some guys. I lost my streak not too long ago and beat the streak. That shit's always painful. I don't care what number you're at. If you're at a 0 and just can't get going, that shit's painful. I was at a 9. Couldn't quite get the double digits. Who would I use on this list if I had to pick? I wouldn't do Shohei Ohtani because you do got to respect the Reds bullpen. It's pretty damn good. I would do Connor Joe because the Cubs bullpen is dog shit. And obviously, again, he's 6 for 12 up against Hendricks. And I would do probably hold on a second. And I would do Rafael Devers. I'll punch that in after the show. I'll go Connor Joe and Rafael Devers will be my 2 guys today. Yeah. All right, 6th inning. It's a steal. I'd like to give out my Nerfy of the day and struggled with this, to be quite honest. It wasn't really a good Nerfy. The one I ended up settling on was Red Sox Cardinals. It's at even money, and I like that. You guys know I'm excluding Nerfies that are like minus 140. Just I'm not paying anywhere near a minus 140 for a Nerfy, so we just exclude those from the conversation. You get the Cardinals. We've talked about how they scuffled, obviously, in the first inning. The Red Sox are decent. Kyle Gibson, ground ball pitcher, so you love to see that right there. Obviously, the Red Sox are full on struggling. Cardinals are good. We justify their hitting numbers. We like the F5 money line, but let's just hope Bello can do it in the first inning. It's at even money. Cardinals, Red Sox, Nerfy of the day. That's going to go ahead and be your 6th inning. Forgot to light it up. 7th inning coming to us, right? Best bet on the board. It's that Angels. It's that Rangers. Over 9 is going to go ahead and bet it. Both of these teams come into this game absolutely crushing left-handed pitching. And when I mean crushing, I mean these are real numbers. Their plate appearances are both 100 or greater. Rangers are 141, so they've seen a lot of left-handers. 2, we know these teams have generally hit left-handers, more so the Rangers than the Angels. But both of them with a top 4 batting average, 313 and 299. Both of them with great slugging at 420 and 517, respectively. The OPS checks in at 767 and 865. Both of them with a great weighted runs created, 117 and 144. Both of them also aren't going to strike out. They're going to make both of these starting pitchers work their ass off. So if you want to take a under on either guy, I'm fine with it. The strikeout percentages are 15.6 and 16.7% respectively. So you absolutely love to see that. So we're coming in really just crushing left-handed pitching, are we? And the drop-off to right-handed pitching, at least from the Angels, they're swinging a much better bat versus right-handers. The Rangers are sitting in about league average, and then from a bullpen standpoint, I mean, Rangers bullpen 9.5 ERA. Some of these numbers, I don't believe it, and I gotta like refresh it to make sure the computer is not fucking with me. No, these are the real numbers. A 5.8 FIP, a 280 opponent's batting average, and a 2.1 WHIP. 3 of those 4 are league worst, and the other one is second to league worst. Angels not much better up here in the bullpen, 5.6 ERA. 222 opponent's batting average and a 1.2 WHIP. So from a pitching standpoint, it's ugly. From a hitting standpoint, it's great. It's the best bet of the day. We knew it because I had to look down here on my look ahead. I had the over written down and under on K's, and sure enough, when you got here to do the handicapping, both of those look aheads stayed true to what they are. Rangers, Angels, over 9, best bet today on the board. Double play, I'd like to give you a parlay of the day. We're going to go back to Tuesday's winner of Phillies-Yankees and run back Phillies-Yankees moneyline parlay, minus 111 over on BetMGM. We get the hitting advantages in this one's in spades. We get starting pitching advantages in this one, at least from the Phillies side, certainly in spades. Not huge for Cortez over Clevenger, but Clevenger's so bad. Yeah, the Yankees offense is so good. Basically the number 1 offense right now, other than a batting average, a little bit behind the Rockies. They come in number 1 in slugging, number 1 in OPS, number 1 in weight is created. They even don't strike out at 15.2%. The Yankees offense is really great. Phillies are right behind them in the top 5 with a 119 weighted runs created, hitting 266 with a 767 OPS. Bullpen-wise, Yankees great, didn't get used, the high leverage guys in yesterday's game. Phillies bullpen has had a remarkable turnaround. We've kind of seen it now for, about 2.5 weeks? We've been talking about this Phillies bullpen turnaround. It looks absolutely fantastic. So I'll go Phillies, Yankees, minus 111. That'll go ahead and be your parlay of the day here in the 8th inning. We call it double play. Let's go ahead now and reveal the official bets. Talk about anything we've missed. We'll do so in rapid fire. And then we can also catch any of your questions. Actually, Nestor Cortez was minus 110. I have that written down in my notes because I bet. So I wrote it down. There are my official bets. The one that's cut off at the very bottom is plus 101 over on DraftKings. I ran out of room there on the screen, but the bottom play is plus 101. All right, and obviously a couple of those bets we haven't justified, but we'll do that. We'll do that in rapid fire. So have no fear. Did I miss any questions? Let's see if we got one. No. Okay. Sounds good. All right, let's do it, boys. Rapid fire. Pirates and Cubs with an over-under of 7.5, minus 110 up against minus 110. There's a couple of games that we were talking about on Twitter Live where it's minus 110 up against minus 110, and you look at the stats and it's like, it is a coin flip. But then I think the over-under in each of those games is a little bit easier. This is one where the over is easier, right? I do kind of, struggle with trying to predict the winner in this. We've never seen Paul Skeens. We don't know how his stuff is going to play against the same opponent 5 days in a row. We know historically that's always going to favor the hitter. He's got some good shit. I mean, he threw, what'd the article say, 17 pitches at 100 miles an hour. I mean, I watched his start. It was impressive at times. I like the over here, and I'll just stick to the over in that play. Give me the over. I also do like Kyle Hendricks over what we talk about on Twitter Live, like 4.5 Ks, I think it was, with the Pirates striking out a ton. Can't remember that exact percentage number. What was it? 29.5% is their strikeout percentage. 29.5%. So I like the over 7.5. Now it's plus 105. They don't want to drop that number to 7. They just keep giving you more plus money. It was even money half an hour ago. They're just giving you more. They don't want to drop that number. It's going over, boys. Over 7.5. Nationals and Phillies with an over-under of 7.5. Nationals plus 195. Phillies minus 238. Obviously like the Phillies. Also like the under 7.5 in this one. Jake Irvin's actually pitching pretty good. Give him a little bit of a credit there. We expect Wheeler to shove and bounce back from his start against the Marlins. I like the Phillies on the money line. Phillies on the run line. Like the under as well. White Sox and Yankees over-under of 7.5. Like the Yankees on the run line. Like the Yankees obviously on the money line. This one I like the over 7.5. I do think Cortez will give up a couple, and the Yankees against Clevenger is an absolute mismatch the way they're hitting the ball, crushing the ball. They're actually doing so with Soto scuffling. And if he can get hot, woof, wow, what an offense. Mariners and Orioles over under of 8. Mariners plus 114. Orioles minus 135. Yeah, I'll stick to them being the dog of the day. Give me the Mariners plus 114. That over-under is a little tough with the way that Orioles bullpen is humming, but they can't hit worth shit. So I just like the Mariners plus 114. Rays and Blue Jays over-under of 8.5. Rays plus 142. Blue Jays minus 170. Let's get a look at stats on this one for a second. Refresh the brain. Oh, yeah, this is the one where the bullpen was tight. Oh, yeah, bullpen was tight. Yeah, so it can only be Rays plus 142. The way these hitting stats are and the way the bullpens are so tight, there's no way I'm doing minus 170 on stats that are this tight. So, yeah, for sure. For sure. And Rays actually grade out a tick better on offense. And it's way too even across the board. It's Rays plus 142 is the only way. No way you're doing Blue Jays at minus 170 with those stats. So, Rays plus 142. And I would probably dabble in the over, too. I would probably dabble in the over as well. Mets and Marlins over under of 7.5. Mets minus 120. Marlins at even money. We talked about this one on live, like the Marlins at even money. Also like the under 7.5. Mets team scuffling versus left-handed pitching. Only hitting 161 with the weighted runs created of 56. Awful number. 106 plate appearances, so a number you can absolutely believe in as well. Christian Scott's been good. Got nice strikeout stuff in his arsenal as well. I like the under 7.5 with Marlins money line. Twins and Guardians over under of 8.5. Twins plus 105. Guardians minus 125. This was another one we struggled on the over under, but we liked it enough with the Guardians at minus 125. It could be on the card, but just not going to quite back hitting that just kind of sucks, to be quite fair. And Cleveland's hitting numbers are actually worse than the Twins numbers. You're getting massive bullpen advantages. Obviously, Twins, good dudes are up. They didn't do a damn thing against the Yankees in that series, but I like Guardians at minus 125. Padres and Braves over under of 8.5. Padres plus 180. Braves minus 280. This was a pretty easy pull here on the Braves, and you could even go Braves run line with the way this Padres team is only hitting 183, slugging 232 with the weighted runs created of 51 versus left-handed pitching. Braves, not great versus right-handers, but the one thing you get the benefit of, at least the way I handicap, and if you hang out with me every day, is we can at least see teams climbing up. And the Braves aren't smoking hot. They're not numbers you throw all your cash at. But from a sit in this chair every day, we've seen the Braves are coming up out of the cellar. They're now sitting about league average and getting Matt Waldron. Yeah, Braves on the run line as well. And they also get the bullpen advantages that we spoke about on Twitter Live as well. So Braves on the run line for me. Athletics and Royals. Boy, I want to add something here to the play. You remember on the look ahead, boys, we were going to be on the Royals. Thought it was it was a slam dunk play if you were going to get Alex Wood. I mean, one team's in the top 3 of hitting left-handers and the other team is in the bottom 3 of hitting left-handers. In fact, Oakland's only hitting 125, slugging 200, and their weighted runs created is 41. I mean, it is awful. So if you just want to back Cole Reagans, in terms of like fading the Athletic, I have to know who the Athletics are pitching. If it's a left-hander and it's Kyle Muller, his shit's going to be added to the card. It's going to be added to the card. Probably not going to go full game, though, because the Royals' bullpen's awful. Awful. 274 opponents batting average is 4th worst. Their FIP of 5.4 is 6th worst. The ERA of 5.5 is 5th worst in the MLB. I can't mess around with that bullpen. I expect Cole Reagans to definitely shove his ass off, especially when you're getting opposing hitting numbers to look like that. But give me a left-hander, and I'm going on that Royals F5 run line at minus 125. Let's look at Odds Trader and prepare ourselves to where the best price could be on that. Because if I'm right and it's Kyle Muller, I'm running to the fucking cash register to add that play to the card. Let's see. I just want to prepare ourselves. Who's got the best line? Yeah, it's minus 120. DraftKings is going to be your best line using Odds Trader. So just know that play's coming if we get confirmation of the starter. Actually, I need to follow, what is it, Underdog on Twitter. Let me follow that MLB. Here he is, Underdog MLB. This guy usually does a good job of announcing shit. So yeah, I'm going to give him a follow today only. All right, so now we should know quickly. Yeah, I mean, the Royals is the play. Simply put, the Royals is the play. Angels and Rangers, told you we're on the over. I mean, if you want to do, Nick, I hear you. If you want to go, but you don't really get the hitting advantage. I do hear you that Tyler Anderson is better than Andrew Haney, but the way they're both swinging versus left-handers, yeah. It's sexy because it's a good plus money. They're on the road. I mean, they could jump out in the first inning with the way they hit left-handers. So I hear you. I'm going to go I like Mariners. Obviously, they're my dog of the day, so I really like Mariners. I think I went Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken, at minus 102. Yeah, I went Cardinals at minus 102. I went Cardinals minus one. Just massive hitting advantages. The Gibson, done a nice ground ball pitcher. I went Cardinals, which is rare because I don't think I've used a home team in a while in this strategy. I couldn't tell you if it won or lost. It's been so long ago. We've been sticking to road, dogs. It's been working out well, but I went Cardinals today. Brewers and Astros over under of 8, minus 110 up against minus 110. This was another one of these minus 110s money lines that we talked about. It is a coin flip. Yeah, who do you want to predict to win this game? It's tight. it's tight. But with the way the bullpens are struggling, it's an easy over 8. I pivoted to the F5 over 8, just knowing what I'm getting from Hunter Brown. Both offenses are good versus right-handers. Actually, more than good. They're actually both in the top 8 versus right-handers. So getting good offenses. So yeah, it's just laughable that, like, you know, you look at the stats and it's like, man, who's going to win this game? Then you go look at the odds. It's like, it's a true coin flip. I hear you. It is a coin flip. Give me the over 8, though. Over 8's an easy play. Red Sox and Cardinals. Again, I use DraftKings early 2 on Cardinals. Of course, I'll go full game money line. Scary as hell with the way that Red Sox bullpen is pitching, to be fair, but getting nice hitting advantages in this one. So Cardinals on the money line at -105. Tigers and Diamondbacks. I like the over 8. I like over 8. I hear you again on the Diamondbacks because they hit left-handers, but Screwball can be tough. Ryan Nelson's awful, and Tigers really aren't that bad versus left-handers. They're, you know, I can give you the numbers. It's not great, but it's also not bad. I mean, it's 252 a batting average, 415 slugging, weighted runs created above league average at 108. OPS is 725. They don't really strike out at 23%, and Ryan Nelson sucks. So I like the over 8. I like the over 8 because I do hear you. Diamondbacks should hit, but Screwball's going to be tough. So, you know, another one of these where, again, it's not going to make the card. It's not a nice matchup of good hitting and weak pitching. It's good hitting up against good pitching, and I'm not sure which one of those will win. Screwball can be on it. It's a tough one. I'll take the over 8. Reds and Dodgers. I mean, just, oh my God. Are people listening to me? Because this money line was 220 when we were on Twitter. It's down to -192. If you're going to consider backing the Dodgers, it needs to come down a lot more than 192. I can tell you that, with the way they're scuffling, and the way the Reds crush left-handers. So, going to stick to the same as yesterday, Reds run line. Not going to come off of Reds run line anytime soon in this series. And then Rockies, Giants. Yeah, we're just waiting for the Giants to throw a right-hander. We know we're going to get the Rockies as a dog. We can do the MLB look-ahead because Matt's not going to join us till 11:45, so we can do the look-ahead. But I would go I tell you what, this Rockies bullpen is awesome right now. We talked about those stats on Twitter. ERA is 1.3. Number 1 in baseball. Sorry, number 2. The Dodgers are at 1.27. They're at 1.36. Their opponent's batting average is 207, 6th best in Major League Baseball. This Rockies pen is good right now. Real good. I'm going to take the Rockies at +120 as a dog today. Rapid fire. Give me the Rockies as a dog at +120. All right. There we go. Let's see a couple questions come on in, so let's catch them. Who was your official early win? Cardinals. Nice. Let's go, Taylor. Yeah, you know me. I'm not scared of plus money. I'm not scared of plus money. What do I got on the card today? 1, 2, 3, 6 bets, 3 plus money. -115 is the worst juice out of all of them. Yeah, I ain't scared of plus money. I ain't scared. I hit Reds on the run line +120, and I sprinkled that money line. Ooh, that was a good hit yesterday. All right, let's do a look ahead. We'll do the look ahead, and then we will we'll get Matt on here. We'll talk some Premier League. 10 games. 12 games. I don't know where I got that in. Yeah, you should be interested in that. The way the Mets aren't hitting left-handers, damn right you should be. I would be too. I like it. Yep, hitting 161. And a real number you can believe in too, Taylor, because the 106 plate appearances. So these aren't just like, oh, they haven't faced much. Like a team like, what's a team? Like the Rays only have 43 plate appearances. It's like, I mean, shit, there's going to be a bullpen guys and one starter. 106, they've been seeing some left-handed starters to be that shitty in the last 10 days. So, yeah, I like Luzardo. You're getting it at plus money. That's pretty good. They didn't, when I did my handicap, that game didn't have any pitching props for it when I did my handicapping. Oh, the Underdog Twitter account. Gotcha. All right, let's get in this look ahead, boys. Let's see what we got for Saturday, because, of course, I don't do any shows on Saturday. It's family time, boys, so let's see what we got. Luis Hill for the Yankees is on the mound. Well, that's a fucking Yankees win if I've ever seen one. Told you he's the best pitcher on that staff, and he's done nothing but prove me right all year long that he's the best pitcher on that staff. Obviously, admitting Garrett Cole because he's on the injured list. That's the best pitcher on that staff by far. He good. Yeah, Yankees will win tomorrow, but when that line is minus 300, you don't need me to tell you that. Pirates and Cubs, Bailey Falter up against Shoto. So 2 left-handers. Well, how do we hit left-handers, boys? I don't remember. Am I on the left-hander tab? Yeah, I am. Shoto's been impressive. I mean, he's going to be the NL Rookie of the Year. Yeah, it's Cubs. They grade out better versus left-handers. But everybody will be on the Cubs with Shoto on the mound, so are you willing to pay the juice? You could do an F5, obviously avoid the weak link of that Cubs team, which is the bullpen. So, yeah, something along there. Rockies, damn it, they're getting a right-hander, but it's Jordan Hicks. Son of a bitch. I think Jordan Hicks, though, has already faced the Rockies this year. They were played out in Colorado. Oh, yeah, that was the game we took over on his strikeouts, and he got there with 5. We took over 4.5, and he hit 5. That's when he started to get rocked in the 4th. Yeah, because he got 2 strikeouts in the 4th inning for us to go over. And then the 5th inning, he started getting beat up, and then they pulled him. So, yeah, the way the Rockies are swinging versus right-handers, especially the way they just saw Jordan Hicks, yeah, I'll be on the Rockies in some fashion tomorrow. Mariners and Orioles, Castillo versus to be determined, so skip that game. Mets and Marlins, Severino versus Braxton Garrett. Well, if Luzardo goes today, it does his job. There'll be no concerns with backing Braxton Garrett tomorrow. Yeah, not as good as Luzardo, but he did good in this season opener against the Phillies, so just use today as a measuring stick on what you're going to do tomorrow with that one. Nationals and Philly, lefty and lefty. This is where the Nationals are struggling big time versus left-handers. Yeah, they're league worst, 125. Slugging 167. Is that a real number? Weighted runs created is 17. Yeah, the whole world will be on Phillies tomorrow. Twins and Guardians, a righty and a lefty. We know. Yeah, I'll be on Guardians again. It just can't ignore these bullpen numbers. Twins also can't hit left-handers. We know neither can hit right-handers based on today's research. Yeah, Guardians, if they give you another number like around minus 125 like today, yeah, Guardians will for sure be the play. Brewers, Astros, a righty and a righty. Bryce Wilson up against Verlander. I mean, Bryce Wilson's been good. Verlander, he's treated us good. We've gotten a couple cashes off of him. I'll probably be on the over again. Athletics and Royals, a righty and a righty. Seth Lugo's been tough. God, Seth Lugo's been tough. Give him some credit. What are the Royals doing versus righties? We didn't look that up. Where are they at? Oh, there they are. Ooh, much worse versus right-handers. And much worse than the Yankees, too. Or not the Yankees, much worse than the Athletics, too. Probably just stay away from that game. Angels and Rangers, a lefty and Jose Urena. He's dog shit. Probably back the over again tomorrow. No reason not to. Red Sox and Cardinals, righty and a righty. Well, it'll be the same analysis as today. See if it comes through. The numbers win today. If not, try the numbers again tomorrow. Padres and Braves, righty and a righty. Yeah, Braves still grade out better. Oh, no, the Padres have to be better versus right-handers. They're awful versus lefties. Struggling versus better for sure, but struggling. Probably just like the Braves. Tigers and D-backs, a righty and a righty. This is where you would take a stab at the Tigers tomorrow. Their right-handed numbers are a lot better. I hear you. Zach Gallen is better than Flaherty, but Flaherty's actually been pitching good. Another ground ball pitcher. You could take a stab at the Tigers tomorrow and be more than justified. We know their bullpen numbers. They've dropped, but they're good comparatively to the Diamondbacks. So, yeah, tomorrow Tigers are for sure the play. You know there'll be a dog with Zach Gallen. There'll be an inflated dog with Zach Gallen on the mound. Tigers will for sure be the play there. And then Reds, Dodgers, a righty and a righty going. I mean, if you see Nick Martinez give up 1 hit in 5 innings, if Montas does it, like, quit believing this notion that the Dodgers is going to snap out of it. Like, stop burning your fucking minus 300 cash and actually wait to see it. Just wait a game, wait for them to get out of the slump, and then back it. They're going to be the favorites again tomorrow with Buehler against Ashcraft, but if Montas can do it, and especially after Nick Martinez can do it, Reds. We've talked about the Reds now. The Reds, we talked about them yesterday. So I have a hard. Some people can't get off of a minus 300 money line. So I don't need to waste my breath. You're gonna bet that shit anyways, just like you did last night and lose your cash. All right, let's get Matt on up in here. Actually, let's see if we can't get Matt in here. Let's talk some Premier League, boys. Let's talk some. Let's pop on in here. Let's get Matt. All right, let's get Matt in here. Let me know down in the comment section, boys. What's your best bet? Best bet today in the MLB. Let me know what that thing is. Let's get Matt. Let me know what your best bet is. Premier League, 10 games. All of them. Don't you guys love them, how they all play at the same time? 10 a.m. for me, but whatever the time is for you. I just love it. I love it. I got to listen to the press conferences. I got to get to the gym. Guardiola's is up. Klopp, obviously, in his last game. Are you guys ready to hear Matt say take Liverpool this week? To be fair, I would be on Liverpool too. Like, they ain't losing. I don't know who they're playing. Actually, I haven't looked at the Premier League games this week. But I can tell you right now, they're not losing Klopp's last game. And if they need a goal late, it's going to be... Who are they playing? Oh, they're playing Wolves at home. I knew it was at home. I just didn't know the opponent. All right, Matt will tell you to take Liverpool by a margin, but I hear you, Matt. I don't think I disagree at all. Let's go, Francisco. Let's go. Let's go. 2-leg soccer parlay, English Championship. Southampton to win the corners. All right. And Scotland playoff, both teams to score. You're welcome to join me. I will. I'll make it right now while we wait. Let's see. I'll just do it on Bet Rivers. What the hell? Let's see. Go to England. So I'm doing Southampton, most corners. All right. Corners. Most corners, Southampton, minus 345. All right. Sign me up. And then Scotland Championship. Well, let's see where we can find that. Scotland, here we go. Is this game tomorrow? I got a premiership. Oh, the championship. Here it is. Oh, Rave Rovers versus Patrick Thistle. Okay. What are we betting here? Both teams to score. Chart. Minus 141. There we go. So we got a juice reducer on minus 141. Haven't never used that strategy before. My man, let's go. Love the strategy. Let's go. That's what I did in that Mike Clevenger play. I liked the Orioles F5 team total at 2.5 and just brought Mike Clevenger around along for the ride just to bring the juice down. So a good old juice reducer. All right. What did I come in at? Plus 121. Going full unit with you. Full unit. Plus 121. And I thought I wasn't going to be sweating West Brom versus Southampton, and here I am. Now I got to go find the games on Flash Score, make them my favorites. All right, when's this Scotland game going off? Scotland. Here it is. Oh, this is the relegation battle. You didn't tell me it was relegation. It's a championship like it was something special. This is the relegation fight. Oh, there's Matt. All right, cool. Matt, what's going on, man?
What is up, Jason?
Oh, just locking in my parlay here on the screen that Francisco shared with us. So, you know.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I heard that you were scared of plus money.
No. He was talking about an underdog Twitter account. It was mixed communication. You know me. I always got plus money on my cards. I'm not these juice gobbling losers out here. All right. So Liverpool by what's the margin before we just kick off the show? Liverpool by what margin, Matt? We're all ready for it.
I think 3 or more.
3 or more. Okay. Let's first of all use the graphic for the last time this season because why else did I make this thing? So give me half a second. Hey there, boys. For one last time, let's talk soccer. Let's talk Premier League. He's Matt. I'm Jason. It's Between the Posts. And we, of course, preview all 10 games every single week. As I said, it's the last week. Match week number 38, Matt. Comes to a close. We get a little bit of excitement here on the last day, match day number 38.
Yeah, but Euro 2024 is just around the corner, Jason.
Oh, yeah, the previews don't stop. Just Premier League previews stop. But, yeah, not the previews. Matt, I did want to throw up just because I had time on my hands yesterday, so I threw this up. Every preview show is going to do this, so why shouldn't we do this as well? We, of course, got the two teams that are going to go ahead and be relegated, Sheffield and Burnley. You can go ahead and put Luton in there because I'm going to tell you right now, there's no chance in hell Luton wins 6-0 and Forest loses 6-0. So Luton is going down. They'll be in the championship. Title race, Arsenal... have to have City draw or lose, obviously, to go ahead and be a title. City wins, and they're the champion. Obviously, Arsenal owns the goal differential. That's why City has to win to have it in their own hands. And if they don't win, then they need to go ahead and get some help for Everton at home at Goodison Park. Champions League spots are all done and done. City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Aston Villa. And then you can see Europa League and Conference. It kind of gets into a mess. And then it really gets into a mess if United wins the FA Cup or if City wins the FA. It just kind of complicates it, but it's there on the screen. It's spelled out for you nice and easily there. I do think City wins the FA Cup, so I do think 5th and 6th will go to Europa League, and that'll knock 7th place down to the Conference League. Can't imagine United knocking off City in the FA Cup, but we shall see. One that they'll definitely be fired up about. What are you looking forward to most here on Sunday, Matt?
Oh, I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to watching, Man City and West Ham, see what Arsenal can do against Everton and of course, like the Klopp finale and stuff. So, yeah, there's still a lot of good storylines here.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. We know from years past and doing the breakdowns, this week in particular has a lot of goals, and I can see that, right? You've had the table there. There's not a lot of meaningful games. A lot of them are completely meaningless. And those are going to open up, and those are going to be some goal fests. So let's go through. Let's break them down here. I'll just take them in order in which they come. I guess I'll just take them in order. Arsenal, at home. Sorry, I thought this one was at Goodison Park. My apologies. It's at the Emirates. At home. Arsenal at home. Shit. I think there's no way Everton's going into Emirates and picking up a win. Arsenal's getting the 3 points here. The favorites, they were like minus 500, I believe, on the money line. I bet they even get it done on the clean sheet. That's how poor Everton usually is, and they always need set pieces. So I think Arsenal on the win to nil is probably the way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of in that same camp. I like Arsenal on under 3.5. It's at plus 120. I don't know if Everton will score, but we know that Everton has a good defense, and so they'll probably make it, somewhat difficult on Arsenal to bag. I don't think that Arsenal will bag a bunch of goals, and so yeah, I mean, Arsenal need to get the job done. All it is really just try to win here, and yeah, I like Arsenal and under 3.5.
You can get that at about even money. Or no, sorry, my win to nil is about even money. What's your parlay of the under and the money line?
Plus 120.
Oh, great. Okay, plus 120. Usually a little scary with doing unders, but I do hear you with the Sean Dice and keeping games generally speaking under, so I like that. I don't see Everton scoring. This is a win to nil. This is a win to nil. Arsenal's just been too good. Number one defense in the league all season long. Their numbers have not fluctuated. They've remained number one. So, yeah, sign me up for either your bet or the Arsenal win to nil at even money. I like that as well. What about Brentford and Newcastle? Obviously, Newcastle is something to play for. We showed the table. I can generally just leave it up. Brentford just scuffling, to be quite honest. They were able to pick up the win last week at Bournemouth. That was nice, but I don't think they've been as good as I thought you were anticipating them coming down the stretch, Matt. So I like Newcastle's fight here. Their resolve to get Europe. They probably do give up a both teams a score though, because we know how Newcastle's been on the road, and you even saw that when they went to Old Trafford midweek. They were awful. United, one of their better performances of all the season, but I think that's also because Newcastle's been just poor all season long away from St. James's Park. So this one's to me a both teams a score and over 2.5.
Yeah, but the price isn't great. So I think that if you want to bet this one, you got to do both teams to score and the over 3.5 at even money. I like that.
I'm pulling it up. Yeah, it's minus 200 for the 2.5. So to go to a 3.5, it gets to an even money.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
It should be goals, just from what we know from a history. Yeah. No injury concerns with Brentford, right? Yeah, no injury
Let me.
concerns. Oh, even Ben Mee's out with a broken ankle. Great. So the only injury concern is a good injury concern for an over. Perfect. All right, what about
Yeah.
at the MX? Oh, you're looking it up. Sorry.
Yeah. No. There's nothing really.
All right, Brighton at home taking on Manchester United. Obviously, one in which Manchester United's. I don't see how. I mean, their goal differential is so poor. Just looking at that screen, they almost have to hope that they lose the FA Cup. Almost, obviously, if they win it, then they go to Europa. But they almost need to. They ain't catching Chelsea. Obviously, they can't catch them on goal differential. The only team they can catch is Newcastle. Newcastle's probably going to win at Brentford. Can United pull off the road at Brighton, where Brighton's better at home and United just so damn up and down? And are they looking for the FA Cup? They had I think they probably blew their wad at home, coming off a poor performance against Palace, good one against Arsenal, good one. Now they focus on the FA Cup. I like Brighton here at this spot. Give me Brighton.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of interest in this game. This is just I think it's a pretty easy pass because I can't trust Brighton right now to like get into like a goal fest, and so it's just like this one is just tough. I would agree with you. I lean Brighton to win the match, but it's just not something. I think that United are going to kind of have all of their chips related to try to win the FA Cup, and this match is tough.
If you're thinking about a both teams to score an over 2.5 this weekend, you're not the only person that's going to put together a big ass juicy parlay, so don't worry. It's minus 230. I would say maybe wait for lineups, because if you get your Casemiro and center back, cool. I'm going to hit the both teams to score an over 2.5 as well. But the concern there is you saw Martinez come back. Lindelof's in training, and so is Varane in training. Now, does he give them any minutes, and how many minutes? Does he give them a star, or do we just fully rest them for the FA Cup? Maybe need to see lineups. Because if it's Martinez back, not only do you get his much superior play at center back, he brings the mantra and the persona to the defense and to the team, the toughness to the team. Does Martinez? So I could obviously see him starting and then getting really fit for the FA Cup final. I kind of need to see lineups before I bet that one, see what United's back line looks like.
Yeah, I think it's a tough game to bet.
That one's tough. Burnley's taking on Forest. Again, Forest is safe. Again, they're not over. They're not going to lose their plus 12 goal differential to Luton. So they're safe. This game could be played however the hell it wants to go. And not going to be betting this one, but another one where you just go down to both teams to score and over 2.5, and I even bet this one's juicy. It's what we get in the last match week. We know how teams play. This one is even minus 155. I couldn't get there because it's Burnley, but it's going to be a theme. They're all going to be like this. I don't know about this one, Matt. This one's tough.
Yeah, no, I'm pulling up the price on it. I like this one with goals. I'm taking just a flat over 3. And that number, it's going to be like minus 130.
30.
On
Yeah.
over 3.
Minus 130.
Minus 130 over 3 goals in this one for me.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that, Forest under Nuno, they've been scoring more. Pretty safe. Burnley's got nothing to lose. Last day. This is an over 3.
Yeah, I hear that. All right, next one, Chelsea and Bournemouth. Chelsea very much something to play for. In fact, Chelsea with that better goal differential, if they were to catch Tottenham and be level on 63 points, they would obviously naturally then have the better goal differential because Tottenham's gets worse and theirs improves. So you have a Chelsea team that could be sitting fifth place, guaranteed Europa League football, regardless of how that FA Cup final goes. I'm telling you, they're going to get the job done here against Bournemouth. They're winners of 4 in a row. They've had a remarkable turnaround. Everything's positive around Pochettino. Even social media is being kind to him. You heard him mention that today in his press conference. Everything is great now at Chelsea. Yeah, I like Chelsea here. I don't know. What is the money line price? What are they? What is it?
Minus 220.
Yeah, minus 220 is a little too disrespectful to Bournemouth, to be fair. So I could do like a Chelsea and like an over 1.5. I think they'll be able to get multiple goals, but yeah, that 235 is a little disrespectful to Bournemouth.
Um, I like some goal scorers here. I would wait for lineups, but I like Nkuku to score. He scored when he came back in the midweek. That was his first time back, and I mean he's just a class player. And you can also look Cole Palmer's way.
Mm-hmm.
Minus 120 for Cole Palmer to score.
What about
Those I'd be looking towards those two guys.
what about his goal or assist? Or you got a few 3, 4 guys you can give us that are going to score or assist? Because Palmer would certainly be at the top of that list.
Yeah,
Just wondering if you had a parlay cooked up.
it's too juiced. It's minus 300.
Oh shit! To score or assist. Wow.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right. Okay, so you like more of a player props in this. So you're not as big on Chelsea just getting the 3 points. Continue in the role.
Yeah, I would look towards like Nkuku or Cole Palmer and just stay away from. Um, I even think like somebody that you could look towards is like Solanke. Solanke anytime. He's almost about 2 to 1. I'd be looking towards player props in this game, not really a good feel on total or side.
Okay. Crystal Palace taking on Aston Villa. Bet I know where you're going to say about this one. I'm also going to be on the goal train on this one. You've got a Villa team that thankful to Man City for getting them into Champions League and making this game now a no sweat, no issue game. Palace, one of the hottest teams. If this game would have mattered, Villa would have been in trouble with the way Palace is playing. Villa is so thankful City knocked off Tottenham. Yeah, this one's got goals in it, Matt. Absolutely. Palace has been fun to watch coming down the stretch. This one's got goals.
Yeah, no, I'm on. I think this is the best bet of the week. I'm on Palace to win the match. Um, I think that Villa are just kind of done. I think that their season's over. They did what they needed to do. Some guys have been playing injured. If you look through like some of the comments made by like John McGinn, some of these guys are just tired, and it's just going to be a good time to rest them. Crystal Palace are the best team um, right now on form. They're one of the best teams in the league. So why not just continue to ride Palace? I would grab this one now. I think this one could continue to go up. It's been going up. This one was like around even money. It's yesterday minus 115, today minus 125. I think especially when maybe some of these lineups drop, you could see more Palace love. I would get on this one now, Crystal Palace. And then also kind of a fun one, I'd be looking towards some goal scorers here. Michael Elise is in great form. You can get him around 2 to 1 to bag a goal. I think that's a great price. And I also think for some fun, this is cash and a couple of their most recent games, taking the entire front three to score. So Eze,
Oh
Edouard,
shit!
Eze, Mateta, and Elise. You can get that at about 20 to 1. I think that's maybe worth a couple bucks.
Wow, like that. Goldfest. Palace leading the way. Minus 120. Big heavy favorites here at Selhurst Park over Villa. I hear it. I like it as well. Liverpool and Wolves. This just, I mean, with the emotion at this game, I don't care if they're doing it early, need a late goal. Liverpool's winning this game. Um,
Yeah.
just it's going to happen. They're going to win this goddamn game. I don't care. So I'm sure it's priced way too freaking heavy. Liverpool minus 650. Yeah, big time favorites here at home for all the
Yeah,
reasons we
I
know.
like. I think that Liverpool will still probably concede though, and so I think you can look towards both teams to score and Liverpool to win around even money. That's pretty good in this one. I think that this is going to be like a 5-1, 5-2. I'd be looking towards also some team total stuff. Um, over 3.5 goals for Liverpool is around plus 100. It looks like. Let me see.
Wolves, I mean, just look at their XG. They're like barely getting 1 XG a game.
I know they just set up so well though on the counter attack. Like I think that they're going to score.
Virgil and the boys going to keep a clean sheet for Klopp on his way out the door. What's the team? Why don't we just ladder the team total?
That's what I'm thinking. I think that's a play. I think that laddering the team total is a play.
2.5 is minus 240. 3.5 is a little more than plus money. Yeah.
That's what I think. I saw yesterday. I mean, you can get an Asian handicap line of just a flat 4 in this game. I mean, that makes a ton of sense. If it lands on 4, you would get your money back, and like for the full game. I mean that's a decent look.
Yeah, it's minus 130.
I think that is absolutely playable. It's been going up. People are seeing the sentiment, and they're chasing it. And so I agree with it though. I think that this is a 5-1 game, 5-2.
They had no midweek game. They didn't play since that Monday game? Yeah. Yeah, they're running out on them. All right, Luton and Fulham. Game doesn't matter.
Oh, wait, here, actually, one more thing on that game.
Mm-hmm.
Trent Alexander-Arnold shot on target. Trent Alexander-Arnold assist. I'd be looking towards Trent here on this last kind of Klopp farewell. He's going to play the whole thing. He's going to be in and around the mix. He's been, whenever he shoots, it seems to go on target. He's one of the best, if you get a set piece kind of play. So all of that stuff. I'd be looking towards Trent.
You got me curious. Well, what are we charging me here for a shot on target?
I'm pretty sure it's pretty good price. I looked at it yesterday. Plus 150 for a shot on target.
What? He's going to take all the free kicks. He's taking all the free kicks.
I know. It's a great bet. It's a great bet.
That's a hammer. That's the best one you've given out on the show. Plus 150 for a shot on target? When he's taking all the free kicks?
Yep. Also, another little fun storyline. A little fun storyline that could be in the mix here is Joe Gomez has never scored. God, I cannot believe this freaking price. Somebody's got to have a good price on Joe Gomez to score. It's 3-1 at 365. He's never scored for Liverpool.
3-1. That's
and
not
there's
big
just
enough.
there's some good rumors kind of floating around. He's plus 750 on FanDuel. I think that might be worthy. I would like a 9-1. Give me like a 9-1 on Joe Gomez to score. He could take a penalty. They would maybe have Joe Gomez take a penalty in this game.
3-1. That's not big enough for him to score a goal.
No. But he's 750 on FanDuel. I'm on DraftKings now.
And you're hearing rumors that if they get a PK, they may hand the ball to Gomez just to give him one out the door?
10-1. 10-1 on DraftKings. I could see it. I could see Joe Gomez getting on the score sheet.
Is he on an expiring contract? Is he out the door himself too?
No, it's just it'd be like a great gift kind of from Klopp to finalize everything. I think everybody, if there's a penalty, every single person in the crowd will want Joe Gomez to take it. So 10-1. That is probably worthy of maybe a couple bucks.
Yeah. And then you said that Trent was plus 150 on 365?
Yeah, to have a shot on target.
Yeah, I'm along on that ride. All right, Matt, Luton, one last time before they head down to the championship. Are we hitting the play here? Everybody knows it. I don't even need to regurgitate it. Friends of the program know the play. Both teams to score, plus 1.5 handicap. It's at home. It's against Fulham. We're getting relegated. Everybody knows it. Kind of a fun game. Fulham, we know how bad they are away from Craven Cottage. They're one of the 4 teams we've hampered on. Them, Brighton, Newcastle. Or the 3 teams. Them, Brighton, Newcastle. The home and away splits. Luton. You taking Luton on your money line? What are you liking here, Matt? I think this is your play.
Yeah,
I think this is your play for sure. I don't know what the price is. I'm about to build it right now, but I think this is the play. Your play is very much in play right here.
Minus 163 is what you're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah, I'm not doing
And I think it's still worthy to go back to it one more time.
It's worthy.
Luton plus 1.5. Both teams to score, yes. It's a play.
Plus 163. Well, that'll make the parlay. I mean, I'll put it in
minus. Yeah.
It's the play. It's the play.
Yep.
Been really tough. Fulham's awful at home. Nothing to play for either side. I like it. Yeah, that's the play. One last time. What a great send-off that would be for a great cash. We deserve it.
It would.
That's just great. City versus West Ham. I mean, the only benefit of in this game is at least West Ham's strength is on the counter, and that's actually they prefer to score their goals is on the counter. And City gives up goals, but it is the business end of the season. I've said it, and they rack up clean sheets every year at this time. They did it again last week against Spurs. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they get a goal. I think just like Arsenal win to 0, City win to 0. I don't think West Ham will do it.
No, yeah, I don't like this game. I like Phil Foden, though. 2 shots on target at minus 115 at FanDuel. It's probably better at 365.
Probably, yeah. That's a bet.
Yeah, Phil Foden, 2 shots on target.
There's no reason for... Yeah, so I saw Holland. They put up the graphic after the Spurs game. He's leading the Golden Boot by 6 goals, so he's got that wrapped up. So there's no fear in him losing the Golden Boot.
No, their only focus is win this game.
No, I know. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
De Bruyne,
yes.
He's a doubt. Remember, he came off injured, so he's a doubt. I haven't listened to Guardiola yet. I'm going to listen to it once I hit the gym here, but I'm assuming De Bruyne is going to be a doubt in this game. We know Ederson's definitely out here at his eye socket.
Yep.
But no De Bruyne, it still doesn't matter. It's a win to 0. I don't give a shit. They're winning this game. Don't go putting that minus 900, though, in your parlay just to get it down from 1 unit to 1.5 units because shit like that's not worth it, even though they will win. All right, last game. Sheffield United. Nobody conceded more goals in the league than Sheffield. Take it on Tottenham. I can't wait to listen to Ainge's press conference because Ainge has not been happy last week. He does not like the talk around, given that game so Arsenal couldn't be the league. He did not enjoy that talk.
No, he didn't, and I don't blame him.
See, every time there's another one of these teams, like United. Like I say, like with United, like I don't like backing them when Bruno's not on the field. I don't like backing them when Son is the 9. Like I just don't like it. He's so much better as a winger where Richarlison is the 9, but Richarlison's obviously out with a calf injury. I just don't want a piece of Spurs when they're like that. They're playing Mickey Van de Beek as or Van de Ven as the left back due to injuries. Like, I want better fullbacks in an Ainge system than Van de Ven. I know it's due to injury, so it's not his fault, but like his strength is the fullbacks, and Van de Ven's a center back. I don't know. I still assume they're going to knock off Sheffield, but I kind of like Sheffield also scoring a goal, kind of like how we did against Forest. So this is probably, I bet the both teams scoring over 2.5. There's well over 200. I'll look.
Yeah, this is a both teams to score and over 3.5.
3.5, yeah. It is minus 190 for 2.5, so yeah, probably around plus money for the 3.5. I hear you.
Yep, I think that's a good look in here because you can never trust Spurs to keep a clean sheet. Yeah. God, the price isn't great. Minus 130 on FanDuel for both teams scoring over 3.5. But I think it's probably worth it. I think it's, unless you want to just do like an Asian handicap line of 4 again.
Yeah, that's what it's going to take. All right, Matt, what any official bets? I think the only official bet is I'm going to lock in this Trent Alexander. 1 shot on target at plus 1. Like, you kidding me? I'm locking that
Yep.
in. That may be my only official bet,
Yeah.
and the rest may be using that $20 free bet we got on FanDuel. But what do you? It's plus. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
hitting this.
Yeah. Trent plus 150 shot on target. Crystal Palace to win.
Like that.
Some sprinkle of Elise, Eze, and Mateta. Um,
That's so
Burnley
ballsy. I
Forest
love
should
it.
be a goal fest.
I hate to be honest. It's hard not to find a game that's going to be a goal fest. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? All
So
right.
yeah,
I'm gonna hang back. You're welcome to drop. I'm gonna hang and actually buy these bets, give out the official price, and yada yada. Um,
good stuff.
Matt,
Appreciate you having me on. It was a
enjoy this Premier League
great
season as
year.
well, man. Great year.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. I feel like we did pretty well, and yeah, I mean maybe we can get together a little bit for the Euros. Euro 2024 is right around the corner. There's going to be some good angles.
Yeah, that's a competition that I love watching. Obviously, with all the Europe or the Europe nations. So I'll be right there with you, man.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen. Thank you for a fun season.
Yep. Thanks, Jason. Thanks, everybody.
See you, Matt.
Bye.
All right, guys. I am getting on this Trent play. It's absolutely happening. It may be the only official play, and then I'll build a free roll while I'm at it. But where's you can't Fanatics? You can't have player props on Fanatics. Okay, no player props on Fanatics apparently. Just need to check Caesars then for the next best price on this Trent play. Does Matt do the MLS? I don't know. It's a good question. You may have to hit him up on Twitter and ask him that yourself. I don't know. I don't know. I've never talked to him about it, but that could just be because like I just don't do the MLS, and so I don't know. Good question. Not sure. Not sure. Good question. All right, boys. What I'm going to do is lock in on this Trent Alexander play. And then we've got that $20 free bet over on FanDuel from Dinger Tuesday. I will be using that as well. So I'll have one official bet. Everything's just too juicy. I mean, it's just it's so goddamn juicy. I don't know how you can really bet. I mean, you could take your two favorite games, put them in a parlay, yada yada, but not interested in that. I'll just put them in the free roll. I do like this Trent play though. I like this Trent play a lot. He's going to take all the free kicks. He's basically a midfielder when they're in possession. We all know that. We all know the system now that he runs. Stole it from the greatest. Have y'all heard the two? Here's the price now. Hold on. Have you guys heard the two things that people say? Oh, best price is at Caesars, plus 135. Yeah, I mean, Matt says it's plus 150. If you've got bet 365, do it. But I can only give out plus 135. That's the book I have available to me. Have you guys heard the two things that people say about Pep Guardiola? The two things they say about him is, one, when he looks in the mirror, he sees nobody because there is one and only Pep Guardiola. So he sees nobody when he looks in the mirror. And then the second people say Pep Guardiola is, Pep will never have a heart attack because his heart isn't dumb enough to attack him. So those are two things people say. Whenever you watch a Guardiola press conference, you go in the comment section. Those are the two things that people say all about him. He sees nobody in the mirror, and his heart is too dumb to attack him, so he's never going to have a heart attack. All right. I'll put up my official play, and then I'll build this free roll. So TAA, 1+ shot on target, plus 135 at Caesars. Don't forget the Club America both teams to score. I didn't forget about it. It's a playoff game. First leg went 0-0. Well, know how those second legs don't go 0-0. Leeds came out and bagged 4 of them suckers yesterday. That's an official play. I'm on Trent. 1 shot on target. Plus 135. I like it. I'm with Matt. He's a midfielder. He's not even a defender anymore when they're in possession. And he takes all the free kicks, and he puts those shits on target too. I mean, that guy is a phenomenal dead ball hitter. So I'm going to build that $20 free bet. Oh, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to build that $20 free bet. And let's get on into it, boys. Let's put together a little soccer parlay. Premier League. Chelsea and Bournemouth. I'm just gonna hit the over 2 point. I'm not gonna be adding these. Yeah, these legs are so juicy. Wow, yeah, that's what you get in last match week. I'm gonna do, out of respect to Luton, I'm gonna do the play for the free roll. I'm gonna do the both teams to score, and Luton plus 1.5. I'm gonna hit the play one last time before they fall down to the championship. Liverpool, Wolves. I'll do the Liverpool team total. I'll go over 2.5, which I think is going to be about minus 230. It's fine. I don't care. It's a freaking free roll. There it is. All right, so we got 3 bets in there. We got the Luton play, over 2.5 in Chelsea. Liverpool team total over 2.5. Brighton United. I'm just going to skip it. I really need to see United's back line. If they have Martinez, their defense is remarkably better when Martinez is on the field. Everything's just better. He's, like I said, he brings more than just his defensive qualities. What he brings to the team is much more. Everton, their Arsenal Everton, I'll skip that one. City, West Ham, I'll skip that. Sheffield, Tottenham. Yeah, I'll go over. I'll go goal fest and go over 3.5. 2.5 is minus 500. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll go over 3.5. Palace, Villa. I'm going to hit Palace team total. Dallas team total over 1.5. Let's see what that is. Minus 200. I like it. Brentford, Newcastle. Should be an over. I'm going to do the Burnley Forest one over instead. So that gives me a 7-leg parlay at 9-1. Put in a $20 free bet on it. So I went with the Luton play. Of course, that's both teams to score. Luton plus 1.5 goals. I did the over 2.5 in Chelsea Bournemouth. Over 3.5 in Sheffield Tottenham. Over 2.5 in Burnley Forest. And then I did a couple team totals. I did Liverpool over 2.5. Palace over 1.5. Plus 918. Obviously, that's not price shopping. I'm required to use my free bet. So $20 to win 183. I'll take 1.83 units. Hell yeah. I'll take that all day long. Bonus bet used. There we go. There we go. All right. That's it, boys. Close the curtain down on the Premier League season. That's said. All right, so that's the only play. Trent Alexander, I like it. I love going 1-0 in soccer. Everything else is too juicy. I don't even know how you put something else on the card. I mean, to Matt's point, you got to be willing to go over 3.5 and over 4 or a flat 4. I do expect a goal fest. History shows us it's a goal fest, but not doing that, because then you got even that, you got to find 2 games you like and do 2 over 3.5s parlayed. Like, just not doing it. So there it is, boys. All right, there it is. There's the Friday show. I'm fired up. Great baseball preview, great soccer preview. I'm really excited for all the action that we've got today. Can't wait to watch the Premier League on Sunday. Assume City's going to be the champion, but kind of looking forward to seeing how some of the European places shape out as well. Hey, have yourself a great weekend. Have yourself a great weekend. Make sure you come back on Monday. Let me know what you were up to. We'll ring the cash register, hopefully. That'll be the goal. Kick off every week by ringing the cash register. And we'll dive into another week of MLB. All right, boys. Thank you for the hang. Have a good one.